the fire lays before us, still aroused from the fight. The flames licked high and Dabov sees an unexpected sight. As we search in the building, it's clear all is not right. The sound of a familiar mocking voice rings through his head tonight. Our past misdeeds catch up once more as Swayze plays his games. Destiny and K'ril are spotted through the fire and flames. Greg settles down with a cozy campfire. A most unusual day in Dice and Desire.
Support for Dice and Desire is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped recently launched the Ultimate Men's Hygiene Bundle, the Performance Package, so join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer. 20% off and free worldwide shipping when you use the code DESIRE20 at manscaped.com. And if my maths is correct, that's about 8 million balls. The Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped arrives with their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a handsome little travel bag to keep it all together and tidy. And speaking of keeping your bag tidy, I've recently had the chance to get to grips with the Lawnmower 4.0. I've long been a keen, down there, curly hair remover, and Manscaped has leveled up that experience, giving me the quickest, safest, smoothest trim of my life. Manscaped provides the full package for your package. You can trim them, spritz them, keep them fresh, and finally hop into a pair of fresh boxers. Manscaped has you sorted, start to finish. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code DESIRE20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. And use the code DESIRE20. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Would you prefer that I used my wings as big shovels, or hey shit hands, or...
I mean, you can use whatever you like. Feel free to make a bloody sandcastle for all I care. Just let's get digging and get this the Volinrod dot.
So I'm not going to stop you. You're going to do this. I just want to put a pin in this and just make sure that you do realise that you were supposed to be going to tomorrow, which was the more pressing, supposedly that's so pressing that you couldn't wait till morning. Instead, you wish to carry on digging. That's fine. We're doing this.
Immediately got distracted.
Yeah. I mean, K'ril's actually tapped out of it altogether. He's basically still thinking about his 12-year-old when he's...
still very much haunted by the dream that I've not spoken to anybody about.
Yeah. Right, okay. Joe, what? That's gonna happen. I'm not even gonna roleplay that. We're gonna just shoot over to the Darathra brothers. Dabov, Dweezil.
Can we see anyone around the Lord Protector's house?
You can't see anyone around it, no, but you can see that there is a light on inside. You can see a light up. Essentially, where you've approached the north side of the building, which is essentially where Quinch would have seen her out the window many sessions ago.
Yeah.
That's essentially like her window out. So you can see that there's a light on in the first floor.
Is the doorway on the north side?
No, it's on the south side.
South side. Right, we'll make our way down to the south side.
Okay, so you get down
straight in through the door. No knocking. Is the girl on reception?
Yeah, Marie's on reception. I remember Marie's name for some reason, but there you go.
Marie?
Yeah, I think it was Marie.
Right,
nice fantasy
I don't
name.
think she was called Marie. If only I had my notes. I'll just literally walk past her, just give her a wink, and just straight up the stairs. I'm not even going to speak to her. Just, I know what's going on here. Come
on. She sort of registers you, but vaguely. I mean, she's seen you around town for the last couple of days, and she's sort of seen you talking to Darathra, and she's sort of... Roll me an insight. Both of you. Either of you.
14.
15.
14. Yeah, that's enough between you that you notice that she's somewhat distraught. She's somewhat, upset with the events of the day. And so she's in no she's in no fit state or state of mind to be stopping you from going to speak to the Lord Protector.
Dabov just leaves a nuggie on her desk.
Cheer her up. Straight up the stairs.
A little bouquet of nuggies.
Two steps aside. 2 steps at a time.
Oh, what a man!
Skipping.
Keep up, Dabov. Yeah, keep
Oh,
up.
Dabov's backflipping up there. What are you on about?
He gets advantage, don't forget.
Yeah, so you make your way up to the top floor, and you see her. You see Darathra's. You see her room. The door is shut.
Yeah, I will knock, but I'm knocking as I open the door. I'm not just going to walk in unannounced, but I will literally knock on the door and open it, and walk in and just announce myself. Just Darathra, we must speak. This is urgent.
Yes, you did say that you wanted to speak about something. I'm sorry, I'm still somewhat distracted by the fire of earlier.
It's a terrible thing, but thankfully the fire situation is under control. This next situation is more pressing now, though. The woman whose name I can't remember in the place, which name I can't remember for reasons, is we have proof of a murder.
A murder? Oh my goodness!
We have the suspect under our arrest.
Oh my goodness! Who did she murder?
Jacobean person's missing brother, her husband. We found his remains, and we found proof that she murdered him.
Mirak, you found his remains?
Yes, and we found proof that she murdered him. She locked him in the attic with a poisonous snake. The snake killed him, and we found proof that she was planning to do so. He had also written on the floor of the attic that she killed him. We've got her trapped in her room.
Oh my goodness.
Quick, we must go. My barbarian friends are there now. They are looking after the captive.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if she's a murderer, I appreciate everything you've done, but I'd like to take some guards with me. This is a matter for the town. This is something that I need to ensure that she's arrested in the proper manner. I can't believe she killed him. We've obviously heard rumours. Jacoby and Person have come to me many times about this, and whenever we've talked to her, we've always been satisfied that Mirak just ran away with another woman as she'd always claimed. This is quite troubling. Quite troubling that it makes me think about any other secrets that my people in this town might have that they're hiding.
I can understand. It's been a very busy day, and this is news to you. But the time for talk is over. The time for action is now.
No, absolutely. No, I totally agree. Today is just never ending, Dweezil. I hope you can appreciate this is not the day I was expecting.
Dweezil just looks over at Dabov and just gives him does a kind of flappy mouth hand gesture.
Sorry, did you just call someone else a talker? Because you don't like
vicious
that.
Mockery on me.
Right. She said, right, yeah. You go there. I'll round up some guards and we'll meet you there.
How long are you going to be?
1d 4 minutes.
Right, okay, let's go. Dabov,
2 minutes.
Flip.
Dabov flips down the stairs.
Okay. So you eventually emerge dramatically out of the front door, backflipping and two-stepping your way out. Greg, Quinch, and K'ril, you've been digging for the past couple of minutes. And you keep going. Obviously, when I say you've been digging with hands and weapons, and not sufficient. You've not been able to go to Screwfix, also another sponsor of today's episode, to get the sufficient machinery required. And you keep digging, and eventually, We're going to go... who's actually digging? Is it just the barbarians? Are you hauling in as well, Greg?
Greg is definitely being the foreman, like I said before. He's just kind of shouting directions at the barbarians.
Okay. K'ril is also having a little lay down. So it's just Quinch. So I'm not gonna make them roll off for the thing. Quinch, as you're digging away, all of a sudden you just hear a... What are you digging away with? Saying that.
I'm ruffling the soil. I had envisioned K'ril wailing on the ground with his axe, and I'm sort of scooping the dirt out with my wings. So I'm just getting rid of the debris with my wings, I guess.
Wailing at the ground with his axe. Okay.
Yeah, sort of roughing it up, and then I'm getting rid of the chunks of soil. And
I'll be honest, I reckon the sword would have been a better tool to be using than an axe. I might be wrong.
Wait, where did he get an axe?
He didn't get an axe. He's saying that you were chopping away at the ground with your axe.
Hitting the ground with my axe.
No, he saves that for Dweezil.
It's still crusted with his blood. All right. Well, between you, anyway, someone's using a weapon, someone's using their claws, and then eventually you feel or hear a change in the ground. No longer are you sort of like digging away at dirt. You feel that there's something.
That classic film thud when they hit something.
Yeah,
digging.
Classic. Oh, cliche. Absolutely. This may as well be called the Vonin cliche. And you just feel something, hear something, whatever it may be. What do you do?
I've felt and heard something.
I mean, naturally, you'd start to clear and try and find the edge of it, brushing all this top layer of dust and mud off. Yeah, I mean, that really, trying to pull whatever it is out of the ground.
So as you clear away and you make a bit of space, you've managed to sort of like clear a sufficient sort of space that you can maybe not get in, but you're sort of in it in terms of like leaning over it and stuff like that. Although saying that, it was 10 feet deep, so I don't know, probably more than that. You probably have to go in there like a grave. When you get it and you clear it away, you can see that the item that you've reached is a type of metal, but it's you've uncovered a small surface area. You can't really you can't at this point get your hands under it or around it or anything like that. It's just literally just this sort of area of gleaming metal.
Does it have any writing on it or inscriptions on it?
No, it's you can't. The best. Give me a perception.
17.
17. There's no writing on it, but to your you can probably tell from the way it's sitting in the ground that it's bent in some sort of way. This isn't like a flat, say, box or anything like that. This appears to be a part of something that's sort of bent in some capacity.
So realistically, if we continue digging, will we be able to get this out of the ground, or is it just massive?
Well, it's up to you whether you want to keep digging or not at this point.
I don't know how I've ended up being the one in the hole inspecting this item when before we disappeared back to the other guys, I was stood there watching these guys sort of dick about in silence, like reminiscing on my weird arse dream. And then we cut back to us, and I'm in the ground, like pounding at it, like clawing away at mud with my hands, like.
Probably just got a rage on again, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Can we stop referring to it as a rage on?
All right, with that discovery,
drawing K'ril a bit different.
With that discovery, I'm going to head back to Dweezil and Dabov, who are presumably sort of very much on their way to the Six Windows.
Yeah. Legging it.
Legging
it there.
All right, so you run on ahead, and it's not long. You obviously remember the way there. It's not long before you arrive at the Six Windows. It's pitch black from the outside. You can't see any lights on from the outside.
Well, you wouldn't.
Well, you wouldn't, no. Why wouldn't you?
No.
Well, you can't, so...
You wouldn't, so...
Well,
No electric in D&D band, is there?
No, she's not just going to flick a switch, is she? And she wouldn't necessarily have the stuff to light a torch light a lantern in a room. So I can see reasonably well in the dark.
Yeah, same.
So I wouldn't necessarily light up to go in. Just straight in through the door, expecting to up the stairs. I think we'd probably shout as we were going in, shouting to K'ril and Quinch.
I'd whisper.
I've spoken to Darathla.
Yeah, you might not shout, but I think, yeah, because you don't know that K'ril and Quinch have necessarily subdued her. They might be sort of waiting outside the door, waiting to pounce, sort of thing. You don't, you know.
Right, okay, yeah. Yeah, thanks for that help, Nathan. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just explaining why you might not shout. If you want to shout, you feel free to shout.
Why not sing? Sing up there.
We would... Oh, God, I've just realised that my notebook's got all the bloody spells and everything in it, haven't it? All the words.
Oh, no. Right, you'd have to listen to the last 61 episodes so you can get all the words written down.
In it. So, yeah, we'll make our way in, straight up the stairs to meet K'ril and Quinch.
Okay. So you enter... freezing building. It's very cold in the 6 windows, and it's you walk in and you still don't see any light. And bearing in mind, Quinch and K'ril would have dark sight, but Quinch wouldn't. So you'd expect maybe that a torch was being lit. Yeah. By one of them. I mean, you've walked in without necessarily a torch being lit, but I don't know if you are going to light one on the way in. But you get in, and you can already tell something's not right. You can already tell that the room has, the building has not been disturbed since you left it. You can tell that, it's that 2 hulking barbarians have not come traipsing through here. Roll me a perception. Who's the leading? Dabov, Dweezil, you're going in first, yeah?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, so it's dark. It's very dark in here. So if you want to light a torch, I would.
Yeah, I got an 18 on my perception. I won't light a torch. I'll just cast a light cantrip on the end of my rapier. Okay.
So yeah, you walk in. You do get this sense of no one's been here, and the guys aren't here. And then all of a sudden, you just hear something thudding upstairs, and you hear that a few times, and then just hear, like, quite hoarse at this point, "Help me!"
Oh, she's still here then.
Quick, let's get up there and see what's going on.
Shall we go up quietly so she doesn't know we're here, or do we want to just?
Does it matter if she knows that we're here?
Don't know. It looked a bit.
She's not a.
I don't know, unless she's got some, like, hidden power or something. Like, she might be dangerous, she might not, although she probably would have freed herself, I suppose, if that was the case.
I don't think she's dangerous to us. I think she was a woman who was capable of finding out how to do things that she wanted to do. I don't think she's necessarily a woman who's a danger to men such as us.
Do we want to let her know that...
The arrogance.
Yeah. We can handle one woman, of course. Do we want to let her know that it was us that sealed her in there? Or shall we pretend that the door's just barricaded and we're working on it?
Have you got... Who's with you?
Yeah, good idea.
You got the protector with you?
She's on her way.
No?
She's on her way.
Okay.
Should we go up and offer some fake help then?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. We'll head up then and say, what's happened? Are you okay?
Yeah. So yeah, you get to the top of the stairs. You head towards her room, which was I remember correctly, at the end of the hall to your left, essentially. You get there, so you're presumably you're switching the rod straight off, or you leaving it on?
I'm going to leave it there
for the time being?
and just...
Yeah, let's make some noise. Let's pretend we're here to help you. We'll get you out. I don't know what's happened here. The door seems to be jammed.
Oh, who's that?
My name is I think Derpelfinzelbonk or something.
Oh yes, I remember. You're staying here. Oh, thank you. I got so worried. I could smell smoke, and I was worried that the building was on fire, and I can't seem to get out.
There's some the door appears to have swollen within the frame. We shall try and free it from outside, and then make ineffective banging noises.
Oh, thank you. I do hate it when swollen wood is in the house.
When swollen wood is jammed in my doorway.
Okay. So you're doing that. You're banging on doors, and it's not long until you actually hear the sound of footsteps downstairs, boot steps. And you one of you wants to come to the stairs or anything, or
shall I go see?
Go on, Dabov, go and see who it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go see who it is.
So Dabov, you come to the top of the stairs, and as you look down, you see two guards and Darathra walking into the building with torches.
I motion them upstairs and say, "This way."
Okay, right. Back to the Grimm brothers, or whatever, I don't know what they are.
The chuckle fucks.
One half of the chuckle fucks. So have you've carried on? You've carried on digging. And as you've carried on, you've started to see this object, this objet art, taking shape, and it's almost never ending. Like at this point, you can tell this is quite a considerable sized product that realistically one of you is going to struggle getting out. Even if you were to dig completely around it, it seems quite a solid piece of kit, and quite large at that as well.
Okay, this is looking like a task for more than just the three of us. Shall we go and see how the others are getting on and reconvene here later? I don't think there's any chance that anyone else will. Even if someone happens upon this, I don't think anyone in the town will be able to lift this out.
Be careful. If Greg disagrees with you, he might put you to sleep.
Yeah, that's true, but if we disagree with you, I'd get an axe through me, so... tit for tat, I guess.
Okay, so are you
Yeah, we're gonna
leaving that?
Let's head back. I climb out of the hole and leave.
Okay, as you leave the tent, you actually see Darathra and two guards sort of heading off towards the direction of the not directly. You see them sort of a bit of a distance away, but you can see them heading off towards the six windows.
Oh, we'd scuttle over. I'd scuttle over and catch up.
Okay. Well, you try and catch up, but they're obviously running as well. So you never actually quite get up to them, but you're close enough that you see them entering the six windows. And then eventually, you obviously come up to the six windows and you enter. Obviously, you have dark vision. The other two of you don't, so it is quite dark in there. So it's whether you want to light a torch or if you've got light. Greg, I'm not sure. But there's to be fair, there is a little bit of residual light coming from upstairs at this point from the torches and Dweezil's rapier. So as you got to so you're now all in the same place. You're all now in the 6 windows. The big guys in Greg are essentially sort of at the bottom of the stairs at this point. As Darathra and the 2 guards get to the top of the stairs, they see you two. In fact, as Darathra gets to the top, she still sees Dweezil sort of essentially mimicking, trying to knock the door open and stuff like that. And she approaches you and she says, "Dweezil, what's going on? What is she inside?"
She is inside. I have been perpetrating a ruse to ensure that she didn't suspect, so that she was not aggressive. She believes that she has been held in there by on accident, and that I was attempting to get her out because I didn't want her to become enraged or unpredictable. So we can very easily let her out, but before we do, do you want to know the complexities and the intricacies of what we've discovered?
Yes, I somewhat take your word. I don't see why people such as yourself would be lying about someone.
Have we caught up by this point?
Yeah, you're at the bottom of the stairs.
Step away from the door so that she can't hear us, Darathra.
Okay.
So, in the attic of this building, we found the remains of a man. We also found the remains of a snake. On the floor of the attic was scratched the words "she killed," and then the word stops. And then we found in her personal effects, we found books, we found journals, his journals, which said that he was getting scared for his life, and we found a book that she had that was about poisons and toxins in snakes. So it doesn't take, it's not too much of a stretch to put together everything that has happened here and come to the conclusion that she locked him in the attic with the snake to murder him because of his affair with the woman from the pub.
Wonderful memory. If you've done all that without your notes, fantastic. I'm tempted to throw an inspiration on it for sheer memory alone, but you're not going to get one. Fuck you.
No, obviously.
No. Right, okay. So Darathra hears all this and nods and says, okay, so do you have the books?
They're in the room with her. Or did we take them?
No, I don't think you took them.
I think
they're in there.
I think you put them back.
I think you left them because I don't think you wanted to disturb too much.
Yeah, we left them in there with her because we didn't want her to grow suspicious.
Okie dokie. And
she has no reason to. I don't think she has any reason to believe that she's been being detained because of what we believe she's done. So I don't think that there's any reason why she would have damaged or affected the evidence in any way.
Okay. For the sake of avoiding me role-playing with myself, would you all like to step outside of the building and we'll deal with this off camera?
No.
Absolutely. I think that's...
No, we'll stay here.
I think that's...
This is a matter for the town. This is not a matter for us. We have done our part. The justice is for you.
Shall I remove the rod from the door before I leave?
Release the rod.
Cool. I'll do that then, and then we'll leave.
Thank you all. As I said earlier, there is something that I wish to discuss with you. So it's late now. I will attend to this. I think we've all learnt a good rest. So if you could all come and see me first thing, that would be.
Are you going to take Darathra straight away from this building?
Tamara,
you're Darathra. Are you going to take Tamara straight away from this building?
Yes.
Okay, we'll just go to our rooms that we've paid for here then.
Straight away or tomorrow?
That's awful.
I thought
Greg would go back to his tent and sleep in the tent again.
That's a weird take, but okay.
I thought you were staying at the North Shield house.
But we also have actually we paid for rooms at the North Shield House as well, haven't we?
Yeah, if you wish to stay here, I can't stop you. But I do think that
we'll go to this place. Literally smells of shit and damp, so we'll go to the North Shield House.
Probably because we locked her in here to be shit in a bedroom for the last 2 days.
Where are you taking Tamara?
We'll take her to the local prison.
But where will you take her now?
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. I see what's going on here. You all exit the building, and who's last to go out?
I sort of want to see this happen.
No,
this isn't a place for us, Quinch. This is the town's justice.
Well, shall I be the last one out if I'm removing the rod?
Yeah, you'll be removing the rod, won't you? So you'll be last out. Push the button.
Yeah.
Push the button. Push. So as you push the button and Darathra sort of gives you a nod of thanks, and steps up to the door with the two guards. The rest of you are leaving. Dabov, you're sort of just trailing behind a little bit, and you're as you're the last one out of the building. You don't hear too much, but one of the last things you hear is Darathra saying, "Tamara, I think it's time that we have a look in the attic, don't you?" And you leave the house. So the five of you are now outside. It's night time. It is getting late. You have had a significantly tough day. What do you want to do? Do you want to head back to the inn? Do you want to? I mean, Greg obviously wants to keep his eye on the Von and Dodd as much as possible.
If Greg's happy to camp out, I'm want to go and have a good night's sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll camp out as well. It's fine by me.
Are we going to let Greg camp out by himself, or?
Yeah, Greg's fine camping on himself. I'm going to sleep in the hole. So no one can, dig the item out from underneath me without, disturbing me first.
You're going to sleep in basically a literal grave at this point.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
I mean, he's halfway there anyway, so come on.
Okay. Right. As you are heading back into town, and you're literally just at the point of saying goodbye, Greg, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, I would love nothing more than to roll you a wisdom saving throw. That is an 18 plus 2, so 20.
Okay. Nothing happens. You carry on about your business, and the rest of you head on. You say your goodbyes, and Greg goes into his tent, and the rest of you head off to the North Shield House. As I said earlier, the North Shield House is actually located not too far from where the other fires occurred. You can still smell the burning of the wood. It's obviously a smell that's not going to disappear all too quickly. But as you enter the room, you can see there are a few sort of somber faces inside, drinking, talking quietly. Urgla is behind the bar, and she beckons you over and says, "Oh, gentlemen, thank you. Your older friend, is he not joining us this evening?"
Gregomel is.
He's in the ground.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I saw him at the fire, and I assumed that he was okay. I didn't.
Yes, he won't be spending the night with us. It is what it is, isn't it? Sometimes these things happen and we can't control them.
You're taking this incredibly well. I mean,
he's always been a very stubborn man.
What's funny is that looking at the screen, MJ's looking across, and on my screen he's looking directly at Mike.
And she brings out a bottle, brings out 5 small glasses, and she pours out what appears to be some sort of like spirits, dark spirits, and pushes the 4 of them to you and takes one and raises it to lost friends.
Greg will be gutted he's missing out. Shall I go get him? He might want one.
He's not lost. We know exactly where he is. In the ground.
He's...
You're taking this remarkably well. There's something to be said about handling death well, but to be joking about it so quickly.
Who died?
Death. What?
Greg's died.
No, he's just sleeping in a hole.
Greg's died.
Looking at the free drinks, Dabov turns to the barmaid and just says, "We told him that he was just sleeping," and then next to the drink.
I'm utterly confused. I thought he died, but listen, the drinks are still free.
Well, Greg Mel is not dead, Urgler, but perhaps drinks will be in order, because we have some news of other things that we have found out today.
Right.
A friend of yours who has been missing for some time. We believe that you will not be seeing him again.
So who are you talking about?
Insert name here.
Miramax.
Merrick.
I barely knew the man.
Well, you've lost your opportunity to get to know him better.
Right. This is, thank you for telling me. I know of him. He came in here drinking a fair amount of times, but I can't say that I was ever friends with the gentleman.
I'm sorry if I misspoke. Then I believed that you were. I was led to believe that you were friends with him.
Tamara, his wife, often suggested things about us, but as I say, I barely knew him. He would come here. I was pleasant to him as I was pleasant to everyone who comes to my bar.
Do you like Tamara?
She was quite rude to me often about the supposed affair that I was having with her husband.
I've got some good news for you.
Okay.
We don't like her either.
Okay, well, excellent. Is that news? I don't. Right. Okay. Anyway,
Should
drinks.
We,
You want drinks. And she obviously, I don't know who has and hasn't drunk the spirits that she's poured out, but she's. Listen. Those were for the misunderstanding about your fallen comrade. I'm happy to give you for what you've done for this town, for fending off those giants, wicked creatures. The least I can do is give you another round of drinks, obviously. So let me know what you want on the house. It's yours. You need only ask.
I have an idea. It's been a difficult day for everyone, and we've had situations in the past where there have been difficult days, and one of the things that we have found can really raise the spirits in a town is if my dear friend Quinch were to perhaps step behind the bar and make some of his famous cocktails.
Do you have honey, milk, and a bottle of bodily fluid?
I have 2 of those things, but we've just run out of milk.
What was this spirit you've given us?
This was the finest spirit around. This is the Tribor brandy.
That'll work nicely.
Instead of milk? What sort of milk do you drink?
The milk of diluted bosom.
I don't think Quinch understands the reference that Dweezil's making.
The Nightstone. I can't remember the names of it, but you made some cocktails in Nightstone.
I thought it was that, but I've forgotten the names of what they were.
I think you just grabbed everything that was on the shelf. Really, I think it was a kiddie cocktail where you didn't actually measure anything out.
How dexterous will you allow Quinch's wings to be?
I mean, what are you trying to do?
Just like pour a few things
and
pour several. Yeah, pour several things in at once.
With your, sorry,
my wings wrapped around a bottle.
No, that's not how. No.
Well, he does it with his hand. He does it with his hands.
Wings can't.
Fine, he makes cocktails in a normal way.
Wings can't grasp things. They don't have the required appendages.
I'm sorry. Do you have wings, Nathan?
No, but I've never
How
seen.
do you know?
I've also never seen a pigeon working behind a bar. So I'm fairly.
I'm not a human bar, obviously.
Oh, it's a pigeon
Quinch
bar.
makes the cocktails and dishes them out.
Okay. As you're behind the bar, Ergin's actually going to take the other three of you and beckon you over and take you over to one of the empty tables, and just say, again, whilst your blue friend is helping make these cocktails. I don't know if we discussed this when you first came here, but I used to be an adventurer, much like yourselves. I used to travel around and help people, whether it be for gold or whether it be for glory or whether it be for pride. And so I understand the role that people such as yourself play, and I can only thank you for everything that you've done today and helping this building still be here, help these people still survive. We lost some people today, but what you have done is remarkable. It's the first time I've seen giants come this close to Tribor, but we obviously get some people coming through here, and I've heard a few murmurs of giants causing difficulties in the land, and it does make me worry. It makes me worry that something's going on and that the giants are trying to stir up trouble. I can't go out there anymore. And she knocks on her knee. I took an arrow to the knee and I can't adventure anymore. Classic me.
Nice.
But seeing the way you all handled yourself, I don't doubt that you'll come across more giants as you go, and I don't doubt that you'll still need more help. You dealt admirably with those two. What about next time when it's 3, 4, 5? Who knows how many giants you might come across next? She beckons you in. One of my old adventuring colleagues, Harthos Zimorvan, used to talk about a giant slayer weapon that he owned. Now, I've not seen Harthos for many a year now, but if he still has this giant slayer, I can't help but think that it might be of use to someone such as yourselves. If this is something that interests you, I can point you in the direction of his family home where I last knew of him. But I appreciate at the same time you possibly have your own plans, you possibly have your own things that you want to be doing. So if this helps you, then I can put you in touch with him and obviously just give him my name. We left on good with a good relationship, and I think that he would do his best to help you if you tell him what happened here today and who you helped.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Dice and Desire. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave us a review. Also, go check out our Instagram and Twitter pages. The handle for both is Dice and Desire. So, until next time, stay safe, adventurers.
We're going to give it another go. It's a bit more zing. A bit of zing. Zing. Yeah. Ready? Hello. With a hello. No.
Hello.
Wait till I get through the whole thing. Ready? Hello with a billowing hilltop.
Hello.
Oh dear,
We're waiting to get through the whole thing.
no, I mean,
I thought that was the whole thing.
The whole thing is hello, we're the Billowing Hilltop. Okay, that's the whole thing. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
That was right.
That pretty much sums up the show. But if you want to find out any more, you can visit us at www.belowinghilltop. Is it com? Does anybody know?
.org.
Is it?
It's .com.
What do we do? What do we play?
There's monsters.
Does anybody remember?
Walking around.
I don't know.
And, yeah.
We will be delighted if you to join us around our table as we play Dungeons. Is it 5th edition? Hello?
Yeah, we think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We
What
play
was that
Dungeons and
noise
Dragons.
in the background?
Sorry, that was me.
What was that noise in the background? There will be noises in the background as we play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition through the classic Paizo adventure path, The Age of Worms. You can expect this. No! Quite a bit of this.
I'm completely lost.
This. This.
Got a bugbear in my underpants.
And one of these.
Oh dear.
We're on Apple Podcasts and we're on Spotify and we're on TuneIn and you can find us on Twitter and you can find us on Facebook. And we hope you join us. Thanks very much.